Welcome back to session 34 of the Bastard Smols. And we're turning to part 2 where it's been a week travelling by ferry to the island in question. A small island just basically residing in the shadow of another bigger island that taking the influence of that one's lighthouse because this one doesn't have one. What you most note about is it is a small farming type place. Lots of people, lots of common folk, just generally trying to make the best of their lives. And the moment they see the likes of Bismarck, is a case of you can hear them muttering and they just run off. And if you arrive on the island, also comes the storm. As the skies darken and the rain starts to fall. It always does this. Does this when the time comes the job does. I swear someone out there just likes to make things dramatic. There's a flash of lightning out in the distance, casting a silhouette of a large estate down the road you are travelling. Behold, the arena of our task ahead.
Jerry.
Cue the Luigi's Mansion music.
You also notice a guy in a green hat and overalls with a big mushy moustache just legging it the other way. Just going, oh no, oh no, oh no.
I assume the groundskeeper?
Does he have what looks like a vacuum on his back?
He has some kind of cylinder type device on the back.
You know, I've seen that guy come by a couple of my family's estates at different points. Don't know why he keeps showing up.
I think I robbed that guy once.
Is I still in the bag?
Boss, you gotta get out of the bag at some point.
He has a reason to stay in the bag, trust me.
It's at this point, he hasn't in the bag, but he's cut out holes so he can actually walk in it.
This is... does this add a little bit of armor to you?
It's a very comfortable bag.
Plus 0.5 to his AC.
0.00005.
Which doesn't help as he steps forward and falls over something.
Boss, you forgot to cut out eye holes.
Getting up, you greet you to the sight of basically a walking trash heap. He's like, bugger, Mooney probably beats you up.
Oh, good. I've got mail. Just what I needed.
Has your family heard of a pen and paper, goddammit?
The messenger has disappeared. And when you do check out the message that has been slipped on you, you've been given instructions to visit a certain building that's about the other side of town that the estate is on the edge of before night falls. And it's very strongly worded, turn up or else.
I have to go do some business, apparently.
Be back soon.
Be careful.
You need me to come with you, boss?
I don't think you want to.
I assume we're not allowed to.
I would surmise that is the case.
All right.
So Cry breaks off from the rest. The rest of the party, you go to your estate and enter it. You see It's better lit than you thought it would be. It is old-fashioned in comparison to what you're more accustomed to, but also a case of deciding that it's on the edge of the Shadowlands. And for what you see in the Primrose's domain, it has a certain style to it, and this sort of does match it. It's decorated. It looks like it's been lived in for a while, despite what the outside says. It's a bit on the crumbly side. You see servants coming and going of different races, sizes, sexes. You see a half-orc butler going about, dusting the place. You see a hobgoblin cleaner, seemingly in combat cleaning with a dwarf in a maid's outfit. It is all very busy. And for those there, please make your perception roll, please.
All right.
Ooh, nice.
Hit the
Okay.
floor. Hang on.
Back up there and look at that. That would be a 30.
That is a 19 from me.
27 from me.
Unnatural 20.
You realise what's unnatural about the situation, which gets confirmation when the dueling cleanists basically walk through Bismarck. They're illusions. Every last one of them. You see, it's a case of we need some meat seals along the way. It's just a case we need if someone turns up a bit early before we're ready. So it's a case of we give them something to chew on in case. We have tried Shibalakas in the past. We just didn't have time to set up any this time. Also, since the walk from the ferry to the estate, for anyone paying attention, he is carrying a box very carefully.
Say that again.
Bismarck is currently carrying a box.
Is it silver that says dreams in Elvish on it?
No, it's black with gold cladding, and it seems to make a whirling sound.
What's in the box?
Oh, it's just a little backup just in case. Oh, Jeff Foster, when was the last time you pranked Snark?
Last time Snark was pranked, it probably would have been 2 weeks before before we left.
You get a feeling that that's one of Snark's inventions.
Because he's had other targets since. So.
Yeah. Actually, Snark was a bit of a talkative mood, and he's basically just explaining it was an anti-gravity box. So that anything that is put in the box will float and not be broken should anything happen to the box, no matter how badly the box is thrown around.
Considering our previous discussion, I'm glad it's not a puzzle box. Anyway.
You fool. Now it's a Rube Goldberg machine.
The last puzzle box the Snark actually handed you, it turned your hands yellow. Oh God, it's Dr. Kadoom!
Omnius, realizing that all of these are either illusions and or ghosts, and is like, they can't stop me from stealing things, is going to look around for anything of value.
While Omnis is doing that, Magpie is looking at these because I believe our host mentioned meat shields. How are illusions meat shields?
Yeah, missing the big picture here. Because monsters don't tend to be very precise with their intended targets, do they? So it's a case of they come here, they see these lot, they'll attack them first, or would you rather be the first intended target to be attacked?
Fair enough.
It does not buy much time.
No, that's what I was thinking.
Not much time, but enough. But please, this way. And this is where we switch to Cry. Cyrano, you find yourself in a cellar of one of the public houses. A more shady looking joint where you step in and the music stops and everyone looks at you. Some very rough looking folk in there. But for someone goes, you Cyrano.
Who wants to know?
The one who wants to know won't have your throat torn out and fed to the monster carver.
I am indeed, Cyrano.
That's good. That's all the message I got for you. Into the basement.
Well, into home sweet home, I guess.
Your dad down in the basement and the daughter just hits heavily on the way down. Down in the basement, the skull opens says all the ale and the caskets and the bottles are 2 coffins. One is bound in metal bands. The other is more a wooden affair and open. And there, sat at the table, sampling what appears to be red wine, is a very eccentrically dressed. It could almost be a noble. If it wasn't the fact he looked like he could tear your throat out and not give a toss about you afterwards. Gentleman. Silvery blonde hair, fine features. What are you doing here, Ducabo?
I was asked to come here. Or do you mean on this island in general?
You were asked to come here on the behalf of that little
Shit.
annoyance of a kobold.
Believe me, I don't want to be here any more than you want me to be here.
What's your name?
You've already stated my name.
I'm just making sure details.
Let's see here. I am going to fail at this, but I am going to roll insight on this guy. That is a 13.
The man is utterly disgusted at you. And thinking about it, you heard on the grapevine about the latest handler for Carver is a guy called Simon. And if it's the Simon you think you heard about in through family connections, he's a nasty piece of work.
Would I have the honor of addressing Simon?
That you do.
Great. So I take it that that idiot Bismarck was actually correct about the specific vampire being here?
Oh, somehow that little shit got news that we're going to put a hit on him. Again. He shouldn't have been ready last time, and he shouldn't have been ready this time. You know, I could almost be concerned that his blue scale heritage could tie back to that bleeding dragon.
Dragon would that be?
Sovereign. The undisputed ruler of the Shadow Isles and its bleeding lighthouse.
I take it that's the reason you want him to become the next Kava, potentially. To have leverage, shall we say.
Honestly, if Sovereign knew of us and we took out one of his chosen, well, it's time to scatter, shall we say.
Fair, I may have influence with some dragons, but definitely not that much.
I take it you mean sending Buzzos back? Where is the daughter?
Whatever would you be talking about?
Viola. The one you're supposed to be looking for.
Casks of ale are just around.
Quite a few.
What makes you think that I would have found Viola?
Well, since our messengers have been finding you in our guild, either you have found a connection to her somewhere in that place, or you have either found her. Now, since Percy hasn't even confirmed either, the book is still open on that.
Oh, no, tracking down leads. After all, I am the Duke Corbeau's least favorite son.
You played a fool, but we're not convinced. Although we do wonder how the hell you still have a liver.
Well, the gods do protect their fools now, don't they?
Well, if you're a fool, you can also be a messenger. From that, he takes a lovely lad's box for the table beside him and just hands it to you. Say that to von Bismarck. Tell him we shall see him past dusk. And if you really want to be useful to the families, stay out the way.
Sai nods, and he picks up he puts on gloves and picks up the box.
Are you basically holding it at a very arm's distance away from you?
Like, it's almost cartoonish.
Well, it wouldn't be one of my horror sessions unless it was a mixture of horrific and comedic.
Like, Sai clearly doesn't want to be holding this. We don't know where he got these, like, thick workman's gloves from. But, I'm not going to be bringing it directly to Bismarck because I am going to want someone to detect magic that shit.
And on that, You leave the basement, you leave the inn, or rather the public house, and you head back to your estate. As the day rolls on and the storm continues. And the skies just grow ever darker.
Alrighty. I'm going to bring the box to Shifrost and have him detect magic on it.
Shifrost doesn't know detect magic.
Magpie does.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have Magpie detect magic on it.
Okay.
You, in case of you get back, you reunite with everyone. You basically settle down to dinner because Von Bismarck is treating everyone to a good, fancy banquet of a meal. It's a case of he knows shit's coming, so he's making sure you're treated well before then.
At least he's a good host. When Sai asked her to, she does detect magic on the box, so whenever...
The box,
So,
it's not magical. Nothing in the box is magical.
there's nothing in the box that's magical, so we don't have a magic bomb on our hands.
Could very much be a non-magical bomb, though, knowing where I got this from. Omnius, can I borrow you for a second?
Yes, boss.
Take a look at this box. Can you tell me if it's trapped or anything?
I mean, I'll use my learned trait because that can tell me how it can be used or activated.
Okay.
What am I looking at?
You give the once over, and it's just pretty much a very fancy box.
As far as I can tell, boss, this is a perfectly normal box that may or may not be filled with treasure, but it is not magical in any way.
Well,
It is a box with a latch that can open.
Sir Bismarck, some of my contacts have a message for you that is in this box. I have a feeling it is not going to be cheerful.
Von Bismarck takes the box. He hits the latch. The box just collapses with the sides just falling down. And there is the head of another kobold. Very similar to looking to Bismarck, down to the scales that started to turn white. Defanged, missing his eyes, the tongue just lolling out over its maw.
Bismarck, have you considered that perhaps the monster you're chasing may be more trouble than it's worth?
Oh my god. Did it... Did the monster do this?
I don't think it did.
I feel like it was a different monster.
Von Bismarck just sighs. I get the message. And you know what? I've lived long enough. If this is the day I die, then fine.
There are things out there worse than death.
Well, I bet.
Oh, God. Sir, if I may, are you sure you're... This is past a message. This is we are going to kill you and use your body for obscene things type of message, if you ask me.
It's a simple message, sort of. You don't kill someone's brother and just expect to be, oh, we're done now. Just go away and we'll be done. And we're just all gone well.
Saying that's his brother, Magpie's eyes go very horrified wide.
Us in our line, we know what we're doing, what we're getting into.
Upon hearing Cyrano say, "There are things worse than death," you see Shifrost just kind of white knuckle grip the arms of the chair he's sitting in.
Bismarck, it's not too late for us to leave.
We or you? Because if you want to leave, I cannot ask you to stay. I won't leave a bad review because you decided to leave the missing mark behind. I paid the services. You've rented some services so far. You can leave if you wish.
Is there more money if we stay?
Oh, yes.
Magpie is giving Omnis this look.
Same again. You know, say what?
Omnis just nods and is like, I'm staying.
You know, just in case anything happens to me before then, he just reaches into his cloak and pulls out another bag. Same like before, just throws it towards the party. Namely, a bit towards Ominous.
Omnius immediately scoops it up and opens it again.
It's just pretty much like the first one.
Now you can pay
Guys, we're doing this.
20% off the debt.
That's a whole 20%.
Oh God, Linus has come to me. Bring us the girl and wipe away the debt.
God damn it! Raven, no! Bad Raven! Bad!
Raven, yes, I approve immediately.
Oh God, I can create some inter-party conflict, but not now.
So we've all been briefed by Cyrano on roughly what we're facing and what Carver kind of sort of is, right?
Yep.
Yes.
In that case, Shifrost looks at Cyrano. So I have a question for you. Just how much does Carver presumably know about us?
Kava's not the one who knows things.
But we have done work for family.
Simon knows a little bit about us, and Simon points Kava in a general direction. Right now, Simon's sights are set solely on Bismarck.
The problem is, what do we do in this situation? If we save Simon, Carver's eyes are going to be on all of us, too.
We do what we always do. We survive.
That's
This
not...
question. What if we kill Simon? What happens with Carver then? How does he act?
You know, the family's made a point of that never coming up.
I get the feeling that the reason isn't what we think. I don't think it's a good thing if Simon dies if he's the handler. Because think about it. If you have not so much a wild animal, but a trained animal in order to fight, and the handler that gives the orders is gone, what's the animal going to do?
Go absolutely nuts.
Bingo.
It could go nuts.
So,
it could wait for more orders and never get them.
or Omnius is thinking to himself, or he could do what Boss Man says. But Sai is part of the family.
Yeah, but is there something else to becoming the handler for Carver? Because if I remember correctly, his last handler turned into that vampiric fart cloud.
I'm sorry, the what?
Oh,
We-
yes, you were not there for that. We had basically someone who had turned full monster and took form of big, massive cloud.
And they were Carver's previous handler. We've seen some of Carver's work. It ain't pretty.
Omnius just nods. All right. So, to recap, just so I make sure I have all my facts straight. Is Carver bad? Stay away. Yes?
Basically.
Much.
And he does whatever Simon says.
Sir!
Don't think I didn't notice that, Raven.
Raven! No, it's not Raven!
I only went for a Castlevania reference.
Unintentional punnage.
I heard the name Simon. I'm like, is this just Simon Says joke?
I was thinking Simon Belmont too, but oh god! Congratulations, Raven. This name works on 2 levels now.
God damn it.
Hey, noting that you gave him silvery hair, technically you could do an Ice King reference, and his original name was Simon Petrov in Adventure Time, so...
Never watched it.
I made it worse. Anyway.
Yeah.
Well, yes.
If
Therefore,
we were to kill either of these two, how would family react?
They would not be pleased.
I mean, they're Omnius just thinks, well, they're already not that happy with me.
Yeah, but it extends to all of us, too, and I don't think we need that right now.
It's at this point a messenger suddenly appears and beats upon us.
Ow! 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 Ow!
It disappears.
Again! Hand fucking paper!
And Ominous finds hidden in one of his pockets a letter. It's actually a letter from Percy. The interest on the money you owe him has gone from 10% to 15%.
Oh. Guys, we're doing this job. I don't care how dangerous it is. We're doing the job.
That did really has you desperate. Anyway. Oh my god!
That is an idea.
That is an idea.
Wait, does Shifrost know it too?
No.
Thought.
What's up, Yuki?
Simon controls Carver, right?
Yeah.
Simon Says.
Yes. What if there's more than one Simon?
It's not a bad idea.
Von Bismarck just looks up from just staring at his dead brother's head. You have an idea?
I know a few of us can disguise ourselves.
Meaning we can look like the handler for Carver.
What's he gonna do when there's 4 Simons running around telling him what to do?
Hey, Dewey. You can
See?
you can almost feel the quotation marks as he calls you out. What does this guy look like?
Simon has long. So I basically describe what Simon looks like to the best of my ability. Should I roll something for that?
Roll intelligence for me. Actually, no.
Intelligence check.
Yeah.
Oh, Aldous, you sneak, you sneak, you sneak.
Dirty 20.
You describe Simon pretty well.
Okay.
One bit smart just listening. And has anyone else a little more tricks or whatnots to add to this little plan?
I mean, I could mirror image myself after I disguise myself. Then we'd have 5 Simons.
Is mirror image also concentration?
I don't think it is. Hold on. No, I don't think it is.
No, it
just says
is
until
not. No, it is not.
It just says
Okay.
until the spell ends.
This is interesting. Yes. So maybe add to my original plan is case if we need to lure Carver into the basement. Because everything else up here is to slow him down, hopefully direct him towards down below where I'll stand ready for him. In case of that was your role. Roles case of hopefully direct him down there and hopefully get out alive and necessarily in one piece. But if you can do that, that makes things simpler.
The question is, what do we order Carver to do?
Go back to sleep?
Like I said, just bring him down into the basement. That's where my trap is set.
So I guess
And you're
we
sure
can't.
this trap is gonna work?
Maybe we should check the trap to make sure it does seem functional before we do anything else.
I've been doing this for a long, long time. The trap is going to work or not. If not, well, I'm just going to die in painful ways. But it's just the way of this job.
Pi is just looking at this man like, what the? Like, she's not physically you don't see it on her face and she's not saying it, but in the back of her head, she's thinking, what the fuck is wrong with this man?
I know that while he's saying this, he's smiling.
That is not helping his case at all.
When we get Carver down to basement, okay, if we get Carver down to basement, how are you going to deal with him?
Oh, let's just say I have the fires of hell on my side.
He has a magical nuke in the basement.
Hey!
How
Yeah,
big is basement?
Yeah, standard basement size.
question. Should we evacuate when that trap goes off?
Preferably, you need to get to a safe distance.
Would it work inside, say, large hamster ball?
I've learned that Carver ain't gonna come near it unless he knows he can get to me. So, however if it protects you, that'd be great.
Can I roll insight?
You can.
All right.
See, I have idea. While you all are impersonating Simon, I stick next to our new friend here. When you get Carver down there, he will go for him, and I will do two things. I will cast Wall of Force to try to entrap Carver with the trap. And then I will cast Dimension Door to get us out of there.
Good plan.
Mm.
I rolled insight to see if he was fully prepared to do a suicide plan.
What's your roll?
I rolled a 23.
Well,
He seems dead set on it. It feels like his greatest achievement for now will be to take out Carver, and he's willing to take himself out with it.
Omnius nods to himself. He has respect for this. But he's not going to share it with the party because he knows that the party's going to try and protect this guy at all costs.
So at this point, the kobold just pops off his chair. Dusk is in a few hours. I need to go prepare myself. But until then, enjoy yourself how you can. For hopefully we shall see another dawn.
Hopefully.
And as he passes by, Chifros, he whispers something to you. And for now, I shall bring this part of the session to a close.
Cliffhanger!
Oh yeah. So into the third and final part. Be good, folks. Later.
Later.
bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.